There's close to 700 players playing today. Oh, go upstairs to the feature table. And you'll be playing with Magnus Carlsen, by the way.
Du kan jo kjøpe deg et godt lag. Du kan jo det, liksom.
Warburg just winning a hand with sevens and now has nines. This is a hand that's playable from any position, including under the gun. Expect to see him open once again.
Kappa ikke Sala hele den sesongen her.
Ja, da er det samme. Men nei, altså, du kan ha sånn at du må bytte.
A min raise once again by Forberg. He min raised just a hand ago with the sevens, and perhaps this min raise will save him some chips because Billstead waking up with a monster with the queens. I do not expect to see him just call here. He is in middle position. I think he's just thinking about how much to 3-bet, or maybe has a number in mind.
7.2.
And raises at the 6 big blinds. And fold here with the ace queen. Now, if we didn't see Billstead 3-bet, perhaps we would see Volt do it. Volt's looking down, and he is in the cutoff. And does fold. I would say the two options there would be to 4-bet or to fold. The folding is a safer one. And oh my god, we could see some fireworks here. Magnus Carlsen with the ace-king suited. Now I do expect to see a 4-bet. Carlsen trying to keep his poker face on, and it does appear he has a very good poker face, and in addition to being one of the best, if not the best chess player in the world. And 4-betting it to 20, that will get Forberg to quickly fold his nines. Very disciplined, didn't even need to think about it, understanding that he was behind one of those players. However, I don't expect Billstead to fold his hand. I expect either him to peel, but optimally 5-bet, perhaps with a shove, based on the stack depths. He's certainly not going to fold. And if stacks were shallower, then I would certainly expect stacks to be in, but perhaps because of how deep players are, we will see some post-flop play. Billstead is a very experienced player. Let's see how he approaches this spot against the chess legend Magnus Carlsen, facing a 4-bet. We haven't seen Carlsen at all get out of line in the nearly 2 hours that he's been at the feature table. So perhaps these are things going through Billstead's head. The two actually likely played at the outer table together before hitting the feature table on the break. But I do like he's at least thinking everything through. You do not need to rush your decisions in live poker. His time bank would have ran out on line though. And does just call. So very interesting here. We'll be playing in position with this queens. And it is a pretty good flop for the queens with the 2 of diamonds, 3 of club, jack of spades. Carlsen would have liked to see something better. Let's see if Carlsen fires out a continuation bet anyway. It does look like he is thinking about it. The gears are in motion. And he's reaching for some chips. But it wasn't a very large bet, I don't believe. It's 7,000 into a pot of 44,800. Perhaps doing that to make sure he's getting his price on the flop, hoping for something else on the Turner River or just to see where he's at. But I don't think he's going to get much information if Billstead just calls, but I don't think Billstead should just call. So let's see what Oscar does here. That does look like indeed a call. So Carlsen setting the price. Bilstead just calling. And Carlsen improving to top pair on the King of Clubs turn. Bilstead by not 5-bet jamming pre-flop, by not raising that flop. Although if he raised it big, he probably would have gotten Carlsen out of the way. Perhaps will save himself some chips. And Carlsen, despite improving to top pair, does check this time around. And Bilstead, although it's just one overcard, that King of Clubs does kind of hit Carlsen's range of 4-betting. There's a lot of ace-kings like he has in that range. There's also kings and aces. I wouldn't put Carlsen 4-betting light, at least at this point in time, based on what we've seen from him thus far in the event. And the 5 of spades completes the board on the river. Carlsen with the check mark in an amazing spot to gain some chips. It's already almost 60,000 in the pot. After it went check on the turn, I think we'll see Carlsen try to get a little more value from the river. And bets 1/3 of the pot, give or take, with a bet of 18,000. This may string Bilstead along. Although he shouldn't be confident that his hand is good, he knows he has very strong showdown value. It's good, once again, that we see Bilstead thinking things over rather than rushing his decisions like we see many players do in live poker. And online poker, you're forced to make fast decisions. And live poker, you can take your time, usually have at least 2-3 minutes before a player will call a clock, especially on a river bet. So you should take your time, go back through the hand, go back through your opponent, and then make your decision. Perhaps even try to get a read off your opponent, but that's going to be hard with Magnus Carlsen. And does call, only to get the bad news that he was ahead until the turn. Magnus Carlsen picking up the pot and is up to 159,000 in chips. Meanwhile, Oscar Bilstead has seen his opening stack of 100,000 dwindle to just 41,000. Still some hope. We have a break approaching soon, but